We are back with Cone Health pediatrician Dr. Yun Boylston talking baby safety. Dr. Boylston, COVID-19, it's resurging in our community. So how can we protect little ones, babies, young children, those that at this point still cannot be vaccinated as of yet?
Great question, Tanya. Really, the best way to protect small children and those who are not eligible to be vaccinated is to create a cocoon. And by that, it's to have everyone around those children who are eligible to be fully vaccinated. And even when you're not around the child, to practice safe habits, such as wearing a mask in public and also washing hands diligently. And that way, it really reduces the overall exposure for those children and infants.
I know this question has come up quite often, but we learn more and more every time that we ask it because new things are learned as well. So what are the benefits, the antibodies from the vaccine? Are they able to be passed to the babies from breastfeeding moms?
Yeah, this is such a bonus because when you think about what vaccines do, this is the one way that one shot can actually protect two people directly. And so studies have shown that vaccinated breastfeeding moms do have protective COVID-19 antibodies in their breast milk. And we know this to be true for several other vaccine preventable illnesses, such as whooping cough and flu. And that's why those are encouraged during pregnancy to really help not just the mom, but also the baby.
All right. So this is the thing, right? You bring home the newborn baby and everybody wants to see the baby and you want to show off the baby. So is it okay to have friends and family members over if they are not vaccinated?
This can be a very challenging but important and necessary discussion. I think for all families, you really want to talk to each other about the risks. And right now, with the high prevalence of COVID, that exposing your infant and your family unit to unvaccinated individuals, it certainly does entail risk, and it really is about what you're comfortable with. And it's important to know that everyone has the best of intentions, but sometimes you can actually be contagious and not have significant symptoms at that time. So always, being mindful that there is a potential you may have it, certainly if you're unvaccinated. And I think that it's really important that we support families so that they don't feel socially pressured to do anything that they feel is unsafe for their baby or that may put them in harm's way.
Mm-hmm. And what about play dates with other little ones and their parents? Are there some do's and don'ts that you think that we should talk about regarding COVID?
Absolutely. We really want children to thrive, and we know that a big part of that is social development. So it's learning how to play with one another, but there are definitely safe ways to do it in this current time. And so, some of the best practices might be keeping the play group small, choosing an outdoor setting, making sure that children are washing their hands, and also you take your own snacks. You don't share common drinks or other foods. And for the children who are younger, especially under 3, that they stick to their own toys, especially those that are really prone to put things in their mouth.
Mm-hmm. All right. And then the other thing I always think of is, people, when they see kids, they always want to touch their face and, squeeze their nose and it's kind of like, hey, how about you just touch their feet?
That's a great way. That's a great suggestion because it really helps people still engage and yet they do it in a safe way.